What's up, everybody? New Pure Fiction means new best characters to bring to obviously new Pure Fiction, right? Now, this one is a bit simpler, buff wise at least, right? After allies use skills to attack enemy targets, every enemy target hit additionally accumulates 5 group value for allies. Then, upon getting 100, you advance all allies' actions by 100%, increase damage received by enemy targets during this period by 50%. Additionally, after an ally uses their skill to attack an enemy target, deals an additional set amount of damage to all attacked enemy targets and adjacent targets. So it's pretty much just use your skills. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. A lot of characters use their skill to do damage, right? Now, the buffs on this one are during Surge and Grit, all ally skills do not consume skill points. This one is really good. After characters use skills or ultimately gain 1 stack of Fever Surge for every enemy target hit, these stacks will increase said character skill and ultimate damage by 4% and speed by 4% to a max of 10 stacks. After allies use ultimate to attack enemy targets, every enemy target hit will give you 3 grit value. Second one is during Surge and Grit, when an ally uses their skill, consumes HP equal to 20% of their max HP. Then after using the skill, restores their HP to an equal amount equal to 20% of their max HP. Pretty much just Castor's Mide, right? Each time an ally character receives an attack or loses HP, allies will additionally accumulate 3 grit value. Then the last one is during Surge and Grit, increase break damage received by an enemy target by 30%. When characters break enemy target's weaknesses, advance the character's action by 12%. And allies attacking enemy targets. Every enemy target that becomes weakness broken additionally gives you 3 grit value, right? So it's pretty much break teams, Castors, Mide, Blade, and then everybody else, right? So with this in mind, the Kafka fight is kind of annoying for weakness rise. It's really just imaginary that seeps through, and there's some physical weakness throughout most of the enemies. And then this guy is just classic. Everybody's weak to the same shit, pretty much, right? So let's jump over to the tier list maker for this one, right? As always good characters are going to be characters like Tribby, Fugue, Sunday, Linksha, um, Robin, Aventurine, May, Huo, um, Gallagher is another good one. Tingyun's really good in this one. Pela's always good. I'm probably skipping over some characters. This one is pretty much just reserved for characters who are just the supports, right? Or the sustains. Um, these characters are pretty much good in every single one, no matter what. Oh yeah, freaking Harmony MC and Remembrance MC. So yeah, to anyone I'm missing, you guys get the gist at this point. It's pretty much just the really relevant healers, shielders, supporters, all that good stuff, right? Oh, Jakku as well, right? Now, for the first fight, because it's really just imaginary and physical, dealers win, kind of get shafted, right? Actually, I'm going to add a row below right here. I think I still have this copy pasted, right? I do. I'm gonna put him in here because Anaxa can implant weakness, right? But it is bounce. I feel like Anaxa should be just absolutely absurd in Pure Fiction, right? But I don't want to say anything just because it is bounce, but I'm going to make him his own tier because he really just works for both, right? Weakness implant for everything is just absolutely crazy, right? Now, for the first one, you mostly want to use imaginary characters. It has the most weakness, right? So you'd be like Mide. Mide isn't AoE, but he can get the job done if you do have good supports like Sunday and Tribute and all that, right? To guarantee he's getting kills every single time. We have Rappa, who's probably going to be the absolute best character for the side, right? I mean, it's just how it is, right? I believe I had my squad at the beginning. I hit auto, right? With my Fugue, who has absolutely just whatever relics on, right? I think I have like 10 break effect and like no effect hit rate, right? It's just the speed threshold, right? And she got like what? Almost 30k, I'm pretty sure. So I can imagine if like a human controlled person actually did it, it would be a pretty easy run, right? Which is pretty nice because Rappa is not the oldest character, but it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time since Rappa came out. So shout out to the Pure Fiction Queen, even though that's actually Herda. Other good characters are Genti and Yun Li. There is an enemy, right, on Kafka's side that when you defeat the other enemies in the first wave will actually like counterattack, right? I didn't know that until I actually fought it earlier, which was a surprise to me because normally the enemies in story mode just fall over one hit, right? So that could be very helpful for counters and all that for Yun Li. Argenti is just Argenti, right? The weak to physical. He's kind of just was the unit for pure fiction. As long as you have some good supports with him, he should be absolutely fine, right? Then on the second half, because these are really just all of the other characters, like the other imaginary characters, there's Welt, Don Hang. I don't think this will quite work. There's Boot Hill. He's not going to work for this because it's single target, so it really can't work. Unfortunately, it's going to be blank this time. But on this side, I mean, no shock here. Castoris, Herda, Acheron, um, Jing Yun, if I can locate him on the tier list. He's right here. Right. Um, Jade is going to be good for this. Mini Herda is also going to be good for this because this guy spawns enemies constantly at the very end. So Herda will just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning like she always used to do. Kind of hoping they bring back a Fire and Ice Week Pure Fiction so we can run the Himiko Herda strat one last time, you know, because they just hate us for it. Servo can also work for this if you're trying to use her as a main DPS. She will probably need a lot of juice, right? Like probably like E1 Tribi or some characters with some dupes in them to help support her. But her base kit is solid. She just needs the extra damage. So gonna put her in can't work because if you have like E0 supports or you're missing certain characters, she probably isn't gonna get you anything crazy. But if you ever juiced up enough, even if you don't have a premium 5-star DPS, she will get the job done, which is pretty nice, you know, especially because Serval is, you know, free, you know. It's just pretty cool. I know not everyone's gonna have her E6, but I mean, she's been around for a while, right? Other than that, this is pretty much the tier list right here and there, right? Other characters could work theoretically, but you'd have to have like Don Hang would have to have dupes in him, right? I don't think Zayle's gonna. Zayle could maybe give you something if she's juiced out, I guess, right? It's mostly this mode really just favors certain characters, but I mean, hey, it favors them to the point where even characters like Argenti, who are mad old, can still get the job done, right? But other than that, let me know if you did good in this pure fiction. If you're struggling, I feel like this one definitely is on the easier side because it's not just like, oh, you don't have an HP draining unit, yeah, nope, sorry, no buffs for you. It actually just straight up buffs everybody. I'm really hoping MOC switches this up because there's a buff for everybody. There's a buff for general DPSs that use their skill and ultimate. There's one for Castoris Mine with the HP draining and Blade 2. Then there's one for break. Like everybody, but no matter what you summon on, has something to buff their characters, which is really nice, right? But other than that, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the list in the comments. What teams did you clear with? And of course, I will catch y'all in the next video. Best of luck on your Noxus summons if you're watching this and you're going to summon for him. And yeah, thanks for watching.